Hello, it's week 19 of season 6 of the Andy Griffith Show. This week's episode title is Lost and Found. Barney, what's going on this week?
Aunt Dee is painting an old dresser, and as she's cleaning it out, she finds an antique tin in it that was given to her by Ultie's Aunt Martha, and she says she's going to put it on.
But first she gets an emergency phone call from Clara saying that the lady that was going to bake the cookies for the church bazaar has gotten sick, so now Aunt Bee has to bake them all.
Yeah, 26 dozen of them. So she has Ultie put the painting project away for 2 or 3 days until she can finish the cookies. But then after the bazaar, she wants to show the tin to Clara, but she can't find it. And Ultie tries to help, but he can't find it either.
And then Warren hears about it and wants to treat it as a possible burglary.
But Andy says it wasn't stolen. It's totally still here in the house. So since Andy won't cooperate in his investigation, Warren goes and appoints Gooder as a special deputy to assist him. And he tells Gooder to check out the Eggman, the newspaper boy, and Clara, who are all the non-family folks who were in the house that day. And Warren tells Gooder not to tell Andy.
So Warren and Goober leave the courthouse, which is where they were having that conversation, and Andy and Aunt Bee come in. And Andy tells Aunt Bee that he wants to make a claim for the missing pen on his homeowner's insurance as a mysterious disappearance.
Yeah, Andy calls his insurance man, and he asks him to come over tonight. But Ed Jenkins, who's the insurance man, was thinking Andy and Aunt Dee wanted to upgrade their policies. And he was real disappointed when he heard they wanted to put in a claim. When they get the $275 check to the boss, Andy convinces Aunt Dee to spend the money on a new garbage disposal. And then she and Ultie were going to restart the dresser painting project, so she puts on her painting smock, the one she was wearing the last time she was painting. But then they decide to go look at garbage disposals instead.
So Aunt Bee takes her painting smock off, and as she and Opie leave, and as she hangs it up, the audience sees that the pen is in the smock pocket.
And the next day, Gooder and Warren have ruled out Clara and the paper boy and the Eggman as suspects. So they decide to go out snooping some more. And back at Andy's house, Ultie and Aunt Dee decide to start painting some more. And Aunt Dee puts her smock on, and she finds the tin when she puts her hand in the pocket. And she tells Clara about finding it first, 'cause she can't bring herself to tell Andy or Ultie. And she asks Clara what to do, and Clara don't know any better than Aunt Dee does. And when Andy comes home for supper, she's acting strange.
Yeah, she doesn't want to use the garbage disposal, and then she serves dessert first at supper, and then when she takes the dessert bag and brings food out, she forgets the meat and the plates.
So Andy says what's wrong, and she finally shows him the tin, and says it was in her painting smock the whole time. And then Warren and Gooder come in with some guy that they say is the one who stole the tin, and it turns out he's just confessing so he can get some free room and board in the jail. So they let him go. And Andy calls the insurance man to tell him they found the tin, but as he's on the phone, Warren and Gooder accidentally knocked the tin off of Aunt Dee's shoulder and into the garbage disposal. So they keep the money after all.
We'll see you next week for episode 20.